Oh, hello world ones. It is a chilly, breezy day in early February and I'm out today with a busted tent. I've always said that if your tent breaks in the middle of a trip when you're in the middle of nowhere, you should use what's left of it to try and create shelter. So I'm out with my Hubba NX today. This is a tent that has previously broken in a strong gust of wind. The poles for this tent have actually been repaired since then, so I've just sort of undone a couple to replicate what it looked like when it was actually broken, but I'll stick that footage on the screen. Yeah, pole snapped! So let's see what it will be like to spend a night out with it. Not ideal and not fun, I imagine, but I reckon if I stay calm, make good use of everything I've got with me, there's no reason I should come to any harm. Let's do it. Hey guys, so in this scenario, I'm out on a multi-night adventure. My tent's just broken, it's gonna get dark soon, and walking out or bailing is not an option. The most important thing to do is to not panic. This is an inconvenient situation, but it's not disastrous, at least not in life or death terms. I would say the first thing I want to do is get these poles out, because an actual broken pole can be very sharp and that's likely to just rip straight through the fabric of your tent. Okay, broken poles are now out. Get those out the way so they don't rip anything. And what we're left with is still a shelter, just kind of a flat, splatty shelter. I wonder actually if I can use my trekking pole in any way. Okay. Yes, what can I do with this? Okay, so what I've done here, which I actually can't believe how good it looks. I stuck my trekking pole in, point down, so that's secure in the ground. I've taken the guy line that was run off the front of the tent and hooked it through the handle of my trekking pole to kind of tension it out, and that actually is weirdly secure at the moment, kind of like a tarp, and that back guy line is pulling this out. I do keep carabiners on my rucksack, so I'm going to use these to attach my inner back to the outer at the roof. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. So far, I'm really pleased with that. Let's move in. I'm very fortunate that it's not raining now, of course. Often I wouldn't be so lucky and I'd already be drenched, so this is an easy go at this. Sleeping bag. So I'm going to put one of my full water bottles just down here, sort of weigh that door down, create a nice little bit of shelter there. Oh yeah, okay. That's not too shabby, you know. Honestly, I feel like this is too good to be true, like it's too easy so far. So we'll see what the night has in store, but so far, well pleased with that. Right, I'm gonna get the sleep system set up and we'll be all ready for a night in our busted tent. This here is constantly just falling in my face, of course, so I've got a little clip here. I always take this out with me. You've probably seen it used as like a door clip to roll the door back, so I'm going to use it in a similar fashion and just pin this onto the outer to give me a bit of space here. Just make use of what you got. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, cool. Bivy bag here. I always use a bivy bag in case of this kind of unforeseen situation. My bed is all set up in there, so I'm all ready and prepared now to take on whatever the night wants to throw at me. And I just thought actually that not everyone carries trekking poles, do they? I usually carry one unless I'm using a specific 2 trekking pole tent, and then of course I'm carrying 2. But if I were using my Hubba NX, this tent here, I'd be carrying 1 trekking pole. So if you have 2 trekking poles on you, you might be able to fashion something even sturdier. If you have no trekking poles, which you might not, a lot of people don't use them. Well, let's see, let's take it out and see what we'd have to do. Right, no trekking pole. So I guess without the trekking pole, it just turns into kind of a big glorified bivvy bag with a mesh net, which is actually quite cool. I can sit up in it and I'll be protected. And when I get in and take my boots off and lay down, I think I'll be fine. I just snuggle, let it collapse around me, leave a space for breathing. In fact, I'm gonna do this without the trekking pole, I think, just to make it a little bit more fun. I feel like it's too easy with the pole. Yeah. It's coming up to 5 o'clock, which is when the sun's gonna set actually. And it's about 2 degrees, so I'm gonna get in my snuggly clothes. I don't know what to expect from the weather for this because I've got no reception up here. Let me ask my Garmin, see what that says. Wind gust up to 60. The great thing is, of course, there's nothing that can break here. I'll be fine, I'll just lay in a big splatty mess. So the sun has set at 5 p.m. and it's gonna rise again at 8 in the morning. So that's 15 hours of night to night. That's a long winter night. But yes, it's coming up to 8 o'clock now. It's 1 degree. And yeah, I think I'll have a nice hot drink. Settle down for the night. Hey guys, it is 10 o'clock. It has warmed to about 4 degrees. The clouds have come over. The wind's cold though, so I'm enjoying being inside my floppy shelter here. It's not bad actually. Smooth sailing so far. So if I sit up, my head acts as like a tent pole, holds it all up. Got all my stuff in the usual sort of place. Yeah. I think this is going to be alright, you know. After much fluffing around in there, I've decided I'm going to sleep like this, with my head out, while it's not raining. Because I like the fresh air. I do not like having a flappy tent in my face. And this is really comfy actually. And then if it rains, I can just get underneath. Night guys. I don't know what time it is, but there's some hazy stars out. It's still nice and quiet. I'm well comfy. I'm loving this. Had a nice little sleep already. I'm gonna get some more. Morning guys. Oh, had an amazing sleep last night. I must have slept for 7 or 8 hours. A bit broken, but that lovely kind of deep, refreshing sleep. I woke up at one point hearing something walking around. I thought it's probably a mountain goat. And I was really excited to see it on the trail cam this morning, but the trail cam didn't get it, so I think it was just behind up there. But yeah, laying out under the stars last night like that was just absolutely beautiful. Oh, it was a perfect night, and I've loved this morning with the rain coming now and again, and it's just so easy. I sit here, I managed to make a hot drink this morning. Breakfast this morning is a peppermint chocolate coffee and a chocolate croissant. It's a bit squished. And then when the rain comes, I just shut the door, you know, pull it over me and just chill out inside. So it's just like bivvy camping, but with extra protection and shelter. And it's actually a really low profile way to camp. Really stealthy because you're so low to the ground. No one would notice me here. Not while I'm laying down anyway. So condensation is a little bit of an issue in here. Of course, most of the time in a tent you're going to have some sort of condensation, and it's not really an issue because you're separated from it. But in this case, your tent's just collapsing onto you, so that moisture is going straight onto you, and it's going to be a little bit damp in here. But it's really not been problematic. I always use a bivy bag over my sleeping bag anyway, so the sleeping bag is not bothered by that at all. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I didn't get the crazy weather that was forecast. There were no 65 km/h winds, so I might try this again in some less forgiving weather because I think that'll be interesting. But I still remain confident that I'll be absolutely fine. I actually really enjoyed this. I wasn't expecting to at all. Getting dressed is tricky. Oh, amazing. Look at that. Perfect tent poles there. So yeah, I think I'll get packed up now and get on my way. Thanks for joining me on this, guys. See you again soon. Bye.